Hi guys, and welcome to the Rainbow Six Replays YouTube channel. Today, we want to present the video highlights of the match between Into the Breach and Virtus.pro during the Europe League 2024 Stage 2. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
He looks as though in Baguette, on pressure, can just sit back and throw the toxic babes, as VP will come in for that approach. They should have no issues, but Kenny, who makes a daring swing onto the meat door, will get the opening pick onto Always, and Joystick also goes down as Noah's just sat holding an angle onto the long corridor.
Dan trying to make something happen from below, but the nades are nowhere near as potent as they used to be. He can start to push up Spiral now, but he's got Creeds to contend with tucked in behind that long desk, and a lot of different angles for Dan to challenge on here. It's only a matter of time until Creeds takes that challenge as well, and Azza backing him up. Shaping up to be a flawless right now as ITB stamp out VP. And that decision is, are we going to chase this roam game and try and win on kills, or are we just going to try and flood the site and get something done that way? Always is able to take Azza down. Now the remaining players that are off-site for ITB have got a decision to make. Are they going to try and hold that vertical, or are they going to try and retreat back to site? The cuts should be being held. Kenny can try and delay this hatch getting opened again with another Zoto, and Creeds. He's going to take some of that pressure away, removing Joystick from the equation. The second Okubi call, I don't believe went through. It may have done though. Another Zoto canister to really try and keep control of this hatch. A pre-placed C4 above isn't going to land. Creed's allowed back into sight, can tuck himself in behind Yellow Pillar. He's a great spot now to watch onto Yellow and the Breach. With the lack of movement from VP, should be fairly easy for Into the Breach to hold on here. The main wall will be opened. Stuns getting sent out. It's going to smoke off a couple of lines there, but Creed's easy for him with the swing onto Always. Does find himself down for his troubles. Dan on the backstab. What's he going to be able to find? Pasha, no HP to speak of, tries to flood through, but Oscar takes him out.
Where is it? No cams for VP there for them to play off? Look, I think VP did a lot better in the opening to get, you know, the first pick, which was just down to Pasha eliminating that kill. The second kill, like, play off the
Pro are going to leave themselves.
Feels really slow again.
It just
like
feels
2 minutes
as well, doesn't it?
Like, what have they really got? I mean, there's still players above. You have the Solus they contend against. Creeds has found 2 just from Spiral. Wherever those kills came from. Doesn't get the third, though. Extremely well. Shepard on the rappel, it looks like upstairs, and they just allowed Always to wander into the site, but Noah, it was on bench, able to appear and find that pick. And Dan, his information has been fed over to ITB down to that goon mine. They know where he is, and Shepard, he's still on that window, only now rappelling in, but is he going to be able to help his teammate? Dan has to try and do it all himself. Eliminates Noah, the 2v2, but is not aware that that player from Spiral may take a challenge. And Shepard, where were you this entire round, my friend? You have fed Dan to the wolves. ITB wanted VP to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
They watch VP. They know VP loves getting that wall open. Usually it's soft. We know that. They would make a shotgun hole, whatever it is.
Just on the other side of the barricade. Free fire comes out, but not successful. Just a little bit high on the shots there, Creed and Dan. As we have seen a full rotation now. We're going to be going back to sites that we have already witnessed. Kenny there, great shot on to Dan. Immediately traded out by Always as Joystick joins the party. This is a bit of bite that we wanted.
Against 4. Noah, again, keeping up this aggression. Knows that there's one inside of open area, but he just doesn't know if he can aggress, and somehow he is able to find a kill on the Joystick. Pasha.
In the form of support. He does, however, have Pasha below on the death mark. He's going to be able to get the track down, but he's not going to be able to pass that information across. Shepard, he comes off the plan, picks up the kill. Oscar there for the direct trade, though. And now is the sole survivor. And ITB almost playing with their food in that one.
I mean, I have to be honest, Ollie. The wheels almost came off the cart for VP. Like, Noah, you need to kill him. You need to hit your shot. Find this kill on the Creeds. It's going to be a difficult engagement with that shotgun SMG, but never mind, as Creeds is too preoccupied with dealing with that Deimos on his window. But I think Creeds is going to be happy there, especially with Noah able to get the trade from below with a C4. It's a 3 versus 4. Below a minute left. I mean, VP, you're exactly where ITB wants you to be.
The team play there is unrivaled. What Creeds and Noah have just pulled off is fantastic. Noah coming in to assist. Creeds has already done a lot of the hard work. He's already got himself a kill. And then for Noah to come in and secure that on the C4. An absolute fearlessness in supporting one another right now. 2 versus 4 right now with 20 seconds left to go. Look at Oscar's positioning. Really tucked here inside a closet. Dropped into sight. Dan finds one with the Vendetta, but there's still players above.
Don't know what to say about VP. They just look just so demotivated right now. In terms of trying to play together and work as a team, it just feels very solo. You made a point about that a few rounds ago. It just feels very...
Rotation, but it's likely going to be able to find the angle onto it and get it shot. This amount of vertical pressure is surely going to be fairly straightforward to try and stop anyone from pushing on through, and Creed's going to kick things off. Take Shepard down. Still left trying to fight these vertical angles. Bastolis has got a great read onto what's going on, but they're going to be able to stop the plant from going down. Misses the shots. Joystick picks 2. Pasha, 1 with the fire, and the plant has been confirmed. VP, they've snuck one in under the noses of Into the Breach, and it's now all down to Creeds and Noah. Creeds is going to approach, see if he can find anybody, but VP have scarpered. They've got themselves out of the way right now. Maybe tries to jump on and disable that diffuser, but there will be Vert above. Can't hold it for the entire time. 2 kills comes in. Creeds, he found one on the reverse. There's a lot of pressure on you now, Joystick, and the time is ticking. 11 seconds. Still, Noah on the disable.
Through the verticals, creates this kind of a mess. You're not supposed to kill there. That was the moment. I also have to highlight the play from Joystick where he was outside a bench, a position I mentioned before that they just had no interest in taking.
Not much has happened since that opening death from Creed in terms of kills. Oscar, a little bit softened up right now. He's just going to be outside of the breach. Joystick going to find one with the shotgun close range onto Kenny. And Hazard trying to push through, but being greeted by the Vulcan shields and the Vulcan canisters right now. Joystick on a tear with his 2nd on the round. ITB slowly getting burnt to a crisp right now. This fire should dissipate and give them a few seconds to move in, but it isn't going to be a lot of time at all. This could be a flawless round to kick off the defensive phase for VP right now.
Pinched here as ITB now will begin their util dump, and Creeds is somehow in, and he's planting inside of B right now. Nobody is home from VP. C4 way too late. And now we're in a 4v4 post plant.
Well, they got away with that one then. VP got a tough task on the hands here, but they're going to whittle away and chip down these attackers. Shepard, he's on the disable. Noah is above, but he's going to get dealt with along with Oscar. VP, they can set
attackers with him, but do they know that he's here? I mean, they have the Dokkaebi, but Dokkaebi call's going to come up in another 2 seconds or so. Yeah, they have no idea. As they're taken down, Oscar's there with a trade. Pasha finds another one. So they know that Pasha's over towards open area, but still it's going to be a little bit difficult for them to see if they can really contest against that. Noah appears as well through main door. What is going on? Kills everywhere, Ollie.
Reloading my ammo.
Real scrappy round, isn't it? Oscar, he's trying to make something happen, but Dan immediately sees to it that he won't. Kenny from outside of the breach kind of gets the feeling that he's left out in the cold there. There's not a lot he can do from that breach location, and he was really relying on his teammates just opening that up somewhat. Now worried about those yellow stairs as Noah takes up that position on this scuffed breach. But in terms of information, it really doesn't feel as though ITB are working off all that much. There's nobody watching a drone right now. That usually tells you all you need to know. Pasha, Dan, and Shepard, they can just work off the wub-wubs now as Noah is going to be able to push in and allowed to just get to the front of that car, but takes a bit of damage here. Left on 3 HP, nothing he can do. As Pasha puts an end to his misery. And Kenny now, is he aware of the player behind Pillar? It looks like it, but he's got some very narrow angles, narrow shots to find right now, and VP aren't giving him anything.
The ban is so important. You think about the issue right there for ITB. It was actually getting in towards yellow, trying to get a bit of control almost for them, trying to play off Oscar. That's right here for Kenny. He can't go to put pressure on other sides of the map. You know, bathroom window, for example, that cuts off a lot of rotations, a lot of crosses, and oh, Noah loses against Pasha. Seen him run across towards top of yellow stairs. But Pasha's just feeling himself. He goes, yeah, I'll go for it again. I'll have another swing. And he gets no because of that. So ITB not looking good. And yeah, certainly not looking good as Dan is able to find Creeds. And this timeout Ollie looks as though it's all for naught, as ITB are just falling from the sky. Getting picked off one after another.
Of what's going to happen. Don't get me wrong, I love it when you get unexpected results, but right now...
No information to play off. Where are they going to go? I mean, Azur's now starting to split up away from the rest of the pack as Kenny and co will be met with a shotgun from Joystick. Noah is there with a trade, but now he's all by himself. 4 kills to find to have one of the best clutches of this young man's career. But he's against a veteran team, a seasoned team who've been there and done that. They know how to close out a win. Or do they? Pasha gives one away, but the vertical angle's being held from always.
Cheesy plays from ITB by playing the right operators into it.
I actually didn't think that ITB played cheesy enough as well. You know, I was saying this to you earlier, was that it feels like ITB, we know them for these kind of cheesy plays, the Shields, the Grims, the Yings, the Lions, the Dokkaebis, the Capitals. Maybe once or twice. We saw them get a plant down very early in the round in one occasion. The rest of the time, they were trying to play a little bit more default. And I actually think against VP, when you're attacking against VP,